Hello everyone and welcome to Lipnox SQ, a show focusing on games, applications, and tech demos released on SideQuest. I am Lipnox, and today on the show we have an exciting paid title sure to make your dentist scream, the ultimate new way to browse the web on your Quest, and of course many other SideQuest experiences. Let's have a look at our first title today, coming at us from Get Swifty. This is Smash Mania. As a huge Rock Band fan, I was instantly interested in the premise they showed off, having the 4 globes I hit go along with the music, something that instantly clicked in my head as I played. But the promise of an enormous track selection in the full release that really has me excited for what's to come going forward. As an early demo, the level of polish we have here is admirable, showing the developer Get Swifty, love the name by the way, while they've shown to me a true commitment to this project, and with a few small fixes I would be more than willing to recommend this title as a purchase. Biggest things that jumped out at me with the beautiful environment you are in feels like your own little hangout area. The notes coming down the line look clean, as do the animations when you hit a note. The ghost effect on the drumsticks never blocked my vision from seeing what was coming, and overall, felt like something I could see in the full Oculus store when it's released. I love the vibration, but I do wish there was some sort of sound when I hit the notes like I'm used to from other music games like Beat Saber or Rock Band, which I mentioned above this game reminded me of. Can't wait to see what's to come with updates, but I suggest anyone interested to come take a look and let the developers know what you think. From the SideQuest page, I was led to believe this was yet another social hub area experience with questionable visuals, but when I booted up into the application, I was very impressed to find a movie theater with 4 screens all independently playing different content, looking very clean doing it. Now, the theater seemed like it was mixing up the sound, leading to wrong audio, but for a SideQuest demo, the core element was definitely working. I then had to see what the games room included. I found some well-made weapons that were fun to shoot, as well as 3 separate game tables that are still being worked on. I definitely didn't feel like any of this was perfect, but it started very impressive. I checked out a few other rooms, but none had anything of note beyond audio background and feeling of being a hangout spot. Now the reality is, at its current state, it's early. The environments aren't winning any awards, and everything has a super early build feel, but I love the idea of having these virtual areas and the theater. This early build has shown to me that color dots have what it takes to make these hangout spots at the core, and all that is needed is more polish and an eager community supporting them. If you have also dreamt of a big screen type social experience with locomotion and multiple rooms with different screens, I think it's time to take note of what Hangout plans to bring to the table, and let them know what you think. So there are a lot of apps on SideQuest, and it's easy to skip them given the often large learning requirement to get into them on a functional level. But I've got to be honest, despite the glitchy aspect and keyboard issue that has been resolved, and very quickly I should say, there's nothing beyond the performance and glitch issues that is really wrong with this application in its function. I love taking screenshots of pages or quotes and throwing them behind me as I gather topics for research on Twitter or look at SideQuest applications. You cannot play 2 separate videos at once from 2 browsers, but the application does allow you to open several browsers. The biggest standout feature for myself is the ability to use a pen and write on your screenshots, allowing you to quickly highlight, write notes, etc. on top of the stuff you're working on. One look at my desktop is a clear indication I'm not the most organized person, but with a 360 space to throw my windows and screenshots, I've never felt so at home on the internet. I love how committed to updates Shogo125 is, and how quickly he responded to my concerns on both SideQuest app and on the Discord. I would suggest joining to better help report issues if you have interest in this application on that Discord. He has mentioned to me that he's going to add remote collaboration function for the teams to the app as well. I've tried a lot of apps on SideQuest, and MessySpace is one of the few that I would consider a must-have. Now those bugs ensure it's not as polished as I want, but only days after release, it's impressive, and I expect once it gets some attention, this could be one of the go-to SideQuest applications on the site, and something I have no plans for removing from my Quest anytime soon. Well, this is something unique for sure. I love how hilarious some of these sim-type games can be. Unfortunately, the only humor here is the concept that this can even exist as a game. You grab the axe, but not with your hands. Instead, the game equips you with your laser pointer, which works well if you can't reach the axe or wood for whatever reason. And then you chop the wood, then grab each half and throw it into the shredder, and repeat minus the grabbing part to reach the highest score total. Repetitive tasks may be fun for some people, and perhaps the developer Landon can add more aspects to the cutting that would lead to a leaderboard, but for his first game I think we have a great start, and I eagerly anticipate what amazing creations Landon will bring to SideQuest in the future. Well, here's one to set up the sweet tooth and get your palms sweaty. I had an amazing time with To the Top, so when I saw Sweet Escape, I had a feeling Reality Smash had just copied the idea and thrown on a coat of sugar. Well, I have good news. They have done their own thing and instead went with a full-blown racing climbing experience. And if you're playing solo, they allow player ghosts to come and embarrass you for going too slow, so don't worry about feeling lonely in this title. The levels range in difficulty, but once I found that you do not throw yourself upwards with two hands and instead focus on one, I was instantly able to navigate these candy climbing nightmares a lot easier and more importantly, faster. If you are afraid of heights or love the feeling of that sensation, this game, while not the most intense I've experienced, had me sweating big time and in a good way, and I can't wait to get back in and take my skills even further. In terms of control, you are just climbing and throwing yourself, so you don't need to worry about the lack of locomotion, and the hub area does support teleport should you get stuck and need it. And in the races, seem to try for the best score in the level opposed to waiting at the finish line for other racers to finish, which I liked, as well as the ability in single player to easily swap levels to get a good feel for all of them. I've been informed that this game has a PC VR port as well, so this Quest version appears to be a port of that title, which given the age entirely makes sense, and upon seeing the Steam page, I'm clearly not the only one who enjoyed this experience. While there's no denying that the grabbing hit detection isn't perfect, and I personally would enjoy using the grip buttons more for climbing, it doesn't change the fact for $10 I think this is a great climbing game, and while I was unable to test with friends, I bet this would be extremely fun if you got some buddies together. Anytime a developer has intense listed on the comfort settings, I'm instantly interested. It's like the parental advisory warning they had in albums when I was younger that signified you were cool for having this album. While I did enjoy a sense of speed, my driving skills are definitely not up to par, and I'd love to see how fast you really can get, but it never gave me the feeling I was moving slowly. That being said, I didn't experience any feelings of discomfort or motion sickness beyond the unfinished graphical style causing slight discomfort. So what is the SideQuest experience offering in its current form? Well, we can drive around a level with bare-bone visuals, lots of turns, but a focus on good control in VR. Just like I would expect from a fully VR racing game, we have turning by turning the wheel and not by an analog stick. Trigger controls the gas, and using the grip buttons you're able to manually swap gears. If this is something that interests you, perhaps give the title a shot in its current form, and make sure to let James know how to improve the game. Well, that happened. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the show. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.